Good morning. It's another week of quarantine time, but maybe this is finding you after the quarantine's over, and if so, welcome. I hope that you're enjoying life in the free world, but if you're at home and it's quarantine time, I hope that you can find a good book to read. And I'm here to talk to you about another great book, and today's book that I'm going to talk to you about is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I could genuinely talk to you about every single book in this series, but I don't want to drop any kind of spoilers as to what happens in the later books. But I will tell you that I found Throne of Glass through BookTube, which BookTube is a community of people that make videos about books on YouTube. And I gave it a shot, and I loved it. I loved this entire series, one of the best series I've read in a long time. So, Throne of Glass originated when Sarah J. Maas was watching Cinderella, and there's the scene where Cinderella is leaving the party and she's running down the stairs, and her slipper falls off, and the music seemed so ominous that Sarah J. Maas said, "What is she running from?" and imagined that she was like an assassin who had just killed like someone in the royal house, like a king or queen or the prince or whatever. And so she, based on that idea, started to write this series. So the series follows this character who is a female assassin. And as it progresses, we find out a lot more. I will say that as the series progresses, it becomes more and more fantastic, more and more fantasy-based. So we do see things like magic and witches and that kind of stuff. It's... I don't know if I would call it exactly like high fantasy in the sense that like the Lord of the Rings is, but it's also not urban fantasy the way the Mortal Instruments series is. So this is sort of somewhere in the middle. The characters are incredible, well written, well thought out. The books become more mature as the series continues. So I would say as we get into like book 5 or so, there starts to be a little bit more mature content, so just a heads up for that. But there's graphic violence throughout because this is a story about an assassin. But it is a really outstanding series. If you like fantasy, if you like politics as well, like not like politics like Republicans and Democrats, but politics like royal politics, I think that you'd like this series quite a bit. And I can't recommend this enough. If you want to get lost in a different world right now, pick up Throne of Glass. It's about 7 books in the series. So I really encourage you, pick this up, read it, and you will love it.